All right, back to the hobby shed. What I want to talk to you today about is the RC10 gt2 electric brushless conversion. I got this truck on eBay. I think I paid $50. It had no tires and wheels. It was the nitro version. And so what I did, you can still get all this stuff on. They don't make this truck anymore, but you can get all the parts that you need on eBay. I got new tires and wheels, new pins back here, and I bought a shell. It's really dirty right now, but I got me a shell, painted it, and then I took all you had the engine and all the gas tank. I took all that junk out. The gas tank, the throttle linkage, little place where the receiver went, stripped it all the way down. It was just this little metal frame here, and that's cool. I like it. It's not plastic like the track stuff. It's all plastic. This is the aluminum. These steering rods are steel. The tie rods are steel. The GT comes pretty beefed up. It was made for the nitro, so they beefed it all up. It's got the steel dog bones in there. It still has the nylon, not the pinion, the spur gear, and crank the slipper clutch all the way down. This thing has so much power and torque, it just spins it, but it runs pretty good like that. And I got an 18 to 22 spur gear. But what I did was I went to this place. It was called The Yard, where they sell metal and aluminum and scrap. There was a bin in this. I was looking for a little piece of angle just like this. It was about, I don't know, 20 inches long, about my finger. So I've made other mounts for other things, but it's just a piece of aluminum angle, and it's used for going on projects, to make a rigid edge. But anyways, what I did was I took my Dremel tool and added a cutoff wheel to it, just like so. Little disc to cut it. And I came over and cut me a little piece off, about that big, and this is about 2" by 2" angle iron aluminum, and not angle iron, but that's what I call it. Let's just angle aluminum. Anyways, then I cut it, marked a couple holes, drilled those. That's where I was going to mount it to the chassis. And I came to the chassis and had the 2 holes to it, and drilled a couple holes through the body. And I put a couple bolts through there with a couple nuts. It ain't pretty, and they stick out. I should have used some flat bolts and went from the bottom up. Well, I just did it quick. I wanted to show my son how easy you could do this. Besides buying a brand new expensive one, you can just make one. But that was the point of this project. Homemade, You don't need to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But anyways, because what I did was I got on the internet and punched in RC10 GT brushless conversion, and these popped up. Little brackets you can get. I don't know, $20. They say they're from Greece and Germany. I didn't want to buy something from overseas. Didn't think it'd come, but they found these. They were in the U.S. and I got a couple of them. It's gonna make one for me and my son. But I'm gonna go like this. They mount up to the frame. They just bolt in there. I have the screws with them, and then you see there's a place for your shaft to go through, and you can mount your motor. But they don't work on the GT2. They work on the GT. That's the first one that came out. I got the GT2. They don't mount up. But they also made the buggy. It mounts to the buggy, and it mounts to the GT, but not the GT2. So it's like, shoot, what am I going to do? So that's when I got this little piece of angle. So it's like, all right. So I just cut it off, cut 2 holes. And then, for the engine side, I drilled a hole for the shaft to go through. And then I cut a couple slices in it so that I could have some adjustment on the motor. As you can see, let's turn the light on here. As you can see, I ain't very pretty, but I cut a couple slices in it so you'd have some adjustment. Not make it too wide so the bolt would go through it, but that's it. Put a couple washers and a couple bolts. And then I mounted the motor to the plate, and I stuck it in there and moved it around. And the key is, that's what those brackets that I bought eliminate. You don't have to worry about it because it's already straight. But you want to make sure that that pinion and spur gear are meshed up right and then straight. You don't want it crooked. So just set it on there. And figure out where you need to mount it, and then you'll have some play with those slices. You can adjust it, but they got to be, you know how to adjust it. You don't want it too tight, you don't want it too loose. But that needs to be straight. Just take your time. It's an easy mount, easy job, easy project. Didn't cost me very much. I think this was $1 for this piece right here. Then I put a piece of Velcro. It's like, how am I going to mount the battery? I first used zip ties, and I was like, no. So I got a piece of Velcro, stuck that on there. And as much as I flipped this and bashed it, I just stick that on there. It stays. I'm using the 3S. That's the battery I'm running in the other videos. It's an airplane video. I fly airplanes. It's more than enough power. You don't need nothing fancy. I think that's a $20 battery. So $1 motor mount, $20 battery. And you can get the motor and the speed control online on eBay for, I don't know, 110, 100, somewhere in there. It's cheaper if you buy it as a combo. And that's the two that are in it, the Sidewinder 3 and the 5700 kV. And it is fast, and that's it. Put my body on it. It's like 50 bucks, man. Well, the shell was 20. The wheels were, I think, were about 20. And even $100. And it is fast. It'll totally distort these wheels. It wants to rip the wheels off. It just has so much power. I'm going to set the phone down for just a second. I'm going to turn this bad boy on. I mean, it's nasty, dude. It'll just wheelie in an instant. I can barely do quarter throttle. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about. I'll do a speed run with GPS. This thing's nasty. One more time. That's just... There's tons of power. More than you can handle. I'd be surprised if you get the half throttle. I can't. It's gnarly. Highly recommend it. So don't be afraid to try this. You ain't gonna hurt it. But all them junk ones that they don't use anymore, there ain't nothing wrong with it. You can still get the parts if you break something. They made 1 trillion of these trucks. But it's beefy. It's not all plastic like the track stuff. Look at that. So that's an aluminum frame, steel dog bones, steel tie rods. Steering and everything else in there is held down with. There's no mounting or nothing. That's all double-sided tape, and the receiver double-sided tape and Velcro. A little budget ghetto build, but it's fast. Get one. That's it. Be safe. God bless. Wash your hands. Peace out.